Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Culture Shock Podcast. I'm yours truly, Culture Shock. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We are here to discuss some exciting news. Finally, it has happened. It's been long overdue, but the Colts went out and signed free agent Keenan Allen to a 1 year deal, $8 million contract. This was long overdue. Like I said, this is something that Colts fans been wanting for a while. They just wanted another big name wide receiver in the house to play some football. I mean, is that too hard to ask? For years, Colts fans been asking for names like Debo Samuel, Keenan Allen, all types of Stephon Diggs at one point, all types of receivers with a household name to come to Indianapolis, knowing that they're available. And then at certain points, you'll see these names go to other teams for a contract that we could have gave out. So we're trying to figure out what was the real issue as to why names would not come to Indianapolis. Well, you don't have to wait too longer because the Colts got their wide receiver. They got Keenan Allen finally to come to Indianapolis, and this was some perfect timing. Perfect timing for him to come to Indiana because you know what the wide receiver room looks like, how they've been battling injuries and things like that, even though that has nothing to do with as to why Keenan Allen signed with this team. But I think he would boost this room for sure. With the departure of Michael Pittman Jr., adding Keenan Allen, who's a tall, versatile threat to the outside, to go in with a big payday guy like Alec, who just signed a contract to become wide receiver number one. Keenan Allen still has something to prove, in my opinion. Of course, this division isn't the lightest. You still got the Jaguars to worry about two times a year. Can't win in Jacksonville. That's still a thing. But you still got to worry about Jacksonville. You got Houston, who still can be a threat at any moment. The Titans still got a long way to go, but the Colts are still in the fight for the division. Adding this piece to the wide receiver room definitely helps. Daniel Jones looked good in training camp, so giving him another target to throw the ball to, who's going to be pretty good, probably be convertible a lot on third downs. He has big hands. He's athletic, really good on route running. Even though he's up there with age, he can still produce at his big age. With his last stop, he still produced a lot of yards. And if you was to compare the stats, Michael Pittman Jr. and Keenan Allen, they're almost, I would say to last year, they're almost identical. So I think when you look into a mindset of Shane Steichen, and mind you, Shane Steichen, back when he was with the Chargers, did have a brief stint with Keenan Allen on the roster. So those guys are reuniting. So that should be something to see in this new day and age of the Shane Steichen offense with the Indianapolis Colts, who looks amazing, especially if you go off of last year at the beginning of the season and how fluid they looked. The offense looked unstoppable. So adding Keenan Allen to the offense, which is a boost to the room that we need at the wide receiver spot, adding Keenan Allen back with Shane Steichen, putting him in the offense just now looks like it's going to be in the reins of Jonathan Taylor, of course, which run the ball. That's the committee. You got Alec, who's going to be the new wide receiver one going into this year. Josh Downs, who's still a reliable threat, regardless of where he is on the field. It looked like he's going to be another big receiver on third downs. You know how automatic his completions are on third down, but adding Keenan Allen to that, who could be another good threat. A lot of defenses are going to have to change some assignments. So we got a lot of talent on this offense. Like I said to begin with, forgot to mention Tyler Warren, who's another threat. This offense definitely has the ability to look like they can go to another level. I know it's still a little late to sign Keenan Allen, him missing camp and everything like that. But I feel like with his veteran presence and his fields of knowledge of the game, it won't take him that long to pick it up. So I think Keenan Allen adding to that roster is going to be a huge boost for this team. I'm excited to see what he can do. Of course, he's up there with age, so I'm not asking him to go out there and be prime T.Y. Hilton because I know he's not that fast and everything like that. But his footwork is something that we need on this offense because separation is a huge issue when it comes to this Colts offense. A lot of people struggle to separate and get open on this field. And you even seen it in the training camp reports. The training camp reports, a lot of people, the defense have been giving these guys fits on the offensive side. Of course, red zone work is something that got to be worked on as well. But adding Keenan Allen, like I said, a guy like Keenan Allen could definitely help all of these things. I'm not saying he's going to go out and be the next Terrell Owens or things of that nature, but I'm saying his ability to create separation and get open is definitely going to help this wide receiver room. Now, the next thing that plays all a part of this is the game plan. What is the game plan going to be on Sundays? With this Keenan Allen being added to the offense, what are you going to do to get him open? And who's going to be the reliable guys? What's your whole mindset and game plan going into Sunday? All of those things play a factor into going to prepare for games. I mean, honestly, you can have all the names in the world, but you still got to go out there and play football. So it's still 4 quarters to be played. It's going to be super. It's going to be super exciting to watch. Of course, there's no roller coaster without Colts football. So I'm still going to be on the edge of my seat, regardless of the situation, whether win or loss. It's still going to be a roller coaster season, but I'm super excited to see Keenan Allen in the Colts uniform. Like I said, I know the first game in Indianapolis, the stadium, Lucas Oil is going to be rocking so loud. So him maintaining his health and staying available is going to be the biggest reason or the biggest question, in my opinion. But I know how good Keenan Allen is. Colts fans know how good Keenan Allen is. We've seen him enough in our brief time when he played in the Chargers uniform. So I'm looking forward to see what he could do. Hopefully he can gain that chemistry with Daniel Jones. Like I said, Daniel Jones has been looking pretty solid, regardless of the last day of camp before the joint practice with the Falcons. They said he struggled, but he still looked like he's on pace to being ready for week one for what we're used to seeing from Daniel Jones, even recovering with the injury. So that's a good sign to have. I'm excited to see what it's going to be. But like I said, with his mindset, Keenan Allen, things like that, he's super smart and super athletic, and he got good footwork. Adding that to the offense, we need that. We need that. So it's going to be exciting. But you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. How do you feel about this move, and all of these things, in your opinion, in the comment section? How excited are you for the season? And all of these things, let me know. We'll be back for more content, of course. Until next time, this is Culture Shock. You guys have a good one.